Talk Nation, welcome back everybody. It's your boy Raw Talk Live Sports, aka the Ghetto Stephen A. Man, and I'm blessed to be here and blessed to be back at it. We got a great fight about to happen, man. Jamel Herring, former veteran, shout out to all the Marines. I'm Army myself, man, soldier to soldier, man. Salute to everybody. He's taking on the young fellow Southpaw Shakur Stevenson, man. This is going to be a super explosive fight. You heard Shakur Stevenson already at the press conference, man, you know what I mean? Talking a little bit, telling Bo Mack, trainer of none other than pound for pound superstar Terrence Bud Crawford, that you already know what it is. You dig what I'm saying? In other words, he's telling Bo Mack that you already know I got your guy number. Now, both of these competitors are friends and familiar with the Terrence Bud Crawford camp and with Bud Crawford. And now Shakur Stevenson, he quickly cleared up that there's really no friends here. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we both cool with Bud, but that's pretty much where the buck stops. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm coming for your scrap. But let's get into the tail of the tape. Talk Nation, stand up, it's your boy. Shakur Stevenson, perfect record, 16-0, 8 knockouts. Really not explosive in the power department, but he's a fantastic boxer, very slick, very defensively sound, and he's growing into that man strength, you know what I mean? So with each fight, he does get better, he does continue to grow and get smarter, and he's getting stronger. So that pop is coming, and he did stop a couple of guys, man, with some nice shots. So Jamel Herring is going to have to definitely be on his defense in this fight, but we'll get into that. He is 24 years of age. He is the younger between the two. He's a southpaw, and he stands at 5'7", 68 inch in the reach department. He's from New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey, but he resides in Alexandria, Virginia. His last fight was Jeremiah Nakathlia. His last knockout was Alberto Guevara. Now, Jamel Herring, as I said, man, salute to all my veterans. He stands at 23-2-0 with 11 knockouts. Division super featherweight, of course. Current WBO champion. His age is 35. He is the older veteran, no pun intended. But he's still in great shape, stays in great shape. And at 35, you really not on your way out of boxing, you know what I'm saying? But those years are coming depending upon how many wars you have had in the game. Now, he's from New York City, but he resides in the Natty. Shout out to Cincinnati, Ohio. Ohio players all day. His last fight was Carl Frampton. He did his thing against Frampton, man. Some people say, especially Shakur Stevenson, that he was a little guy, but Shakur Stevenson, man, he's a bit shorter than Jamel Herring, so I don't know why he would say that. But at the same time, his last knockout was Carl Frampton, TKO. His last loss, this is Jamel Herring, 2017 against Ladarius Miller, who I believe fights out of the Mayweather Boxing Club, and also Dennis Shafikov in 2016. Now, Jamel Herring, a lot to prove in this game. As always, just because you're a champion doesn't mean that you're the underdog. This could possibly be a passing of the torch between these two fantastic and super explosive competitors. Will it be? I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for Shakur Stevenson. I do believe he will be tested, but as they say, styles make fights. Both of these guys are brilliant boxers, but I believe between the two, Shakur Stevenson is just a little bit more slicker and defensively sound. But Jamel Herring is a great boxer. If he approaches this fight wisely, he is the older veteran. Let's see if he utilizes intelligence and his basically experience in the ring. Shakur Stevenson, this is definitely a step-up fight. Besides it being an opportunity to win the title, this is great competition for him. So he's definitely going to have to step his game up. Jamel Herring is a great boxer, has a great jab. He does possess power. Neither one of these guys are super explosive when it comes to power, but if you sit on your shot at the right time and you catch your opponent at the right time with the right shot, you can hurt him, stop him, or put him to sleep. This will be realized in this fight. I truly believe somebody gets stopped in this fight. It could be Jamel Herring, and it also could be Shakur Stevenson. If Shakur Stevenson looks like he did in his last fight, he may get stopped by Jamel Herring, and it won't be difficult. But if he comes into this fight sharp on his A game, this is going to be a great fight. I believe will be highly competitive. This fight will be going back and forth. Will be a lot of push and pull. This fight will be tug of war. Who is going to be the stronger fighter? Who is going to be the more energetic fighter? Some may say Shakur Stevenson because he is the younger fighter at 24 years of age. But as I said, don't get it twisted. Jamel Herring stays in tip-top shape. Former veteran, you know what I mean? He maintains that lifestyle, especially being as though he is a fighter. So him being in physical shape at all times, great physical shape at all times, isn't that far-fetched. He always comes into camp, not too far off weight, so he's not having a fat camp. So he's going to have another great camp. Bomac. These guys are just pretty much going to have to fine-tune some things. I believe his movement in this fight is going to be key because Shakur Stevenson, is the younger fighter. He does move pretty well, but like I said, he boxes. He's really not known for being really energetic on his feet, but he does possess great upper body movement, kind of reminiscent to Floyd Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't mind sitting and trading because he is sharp enough to dip off and slip a lot of shots while he's standing in front of a guy. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a tricky fight for Jamel Herring. Like I said, he's going to have to utilize his angles, and he's going to have to box brilliantly from start to finish. If he does do that, and his timing is key in this fight also. If he times Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur Stevenson, he has a great right hook that he loves to throw, especially on the inside as he's slipping to his right. He loves to throw that shot and catch guys right on the chin, and he drops a lot of guys. You know what I mean? It hurts a lot of guys with that shot. So Jamel Herring is going to have to be careful when he's pivoting and he's trying to turn Shakur Stevenson. He's going to have to be real careful. But if he utilizes his range and his height effectively in this fight, and he boxes Shakur Stevenson and he times it correctly and goes to the body, he's a taller fighter. He's going to have to go to the body on Shakur Stevenson. If he does that, he's going to have not only a great fight, but if this fight goes 12 rounds, he has the chance of getting the nod. Remember, the A-side nod is real. I told you guys this before, and being as though he's the champion, but possibly he may be coming into this fight as the underdog, even though he is the champion. But being as though he's the champion, if he fights a great fight and makes it close, and if he happens to hurt or cut Shakur Stevenson, it's going to weigh and go in his favor. Shakur Stevenson is also going to have to be tactically proficient in this fight. He's going to have to box beautifully, but at the same time, he's going to have to hurt Jamel Herring, because if he's not able to stop or knock him out, and as I said, this fight goes 12 rounds, he's going to have to be putting in damage in order to get that nod, because if he doesn't, Jamel Herring is going to get the nod. And it's just going to be another night, you know what I'm saying, for boxing. But at the same time, if he goes into this fight and he pressures Jamel Herring, and he also utilizes his timing, his speed, his angles, and if he does improve on his footwork, it's going to be a great fight. Shakur Stevenson just may stop Jamel Herring, and he may knock him out, because as I said, he has youth on his side, which with each fight, he does get stronger, he does get faster, he does get smarter. As I said, he comes from that pedigree of Bud Crawford, you know what I mean, the thinkers of the game, the supreme boxers of the game, the Andre Wards, of the game. I don't know if these guys fell out, but that was his first quote-unquote mentor in the boxing game, you know what I mean, Andre SOG Ward, who salute to Caleb Plant. He's working with Plant now as Caleb Plant prepares for the Canelo Alvarez fight, which is going to be super explosive. Video also done on that fight. Go back and check it out. While you're at it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But Shakur Stevenson against Jamel Herring, that fight is going to be super explosive. WBO belt is on the line. Who is going to win, the soldier or the civilian? Talk Nation, stand up. It's your boy, man. Put in the comments who you think is going to win, man. The soldier or the civilian? Old Lion versus Young Lion. Either way, it's going to be a super explosive fight. Can't wait for the fight. First video on this fight, man. Talk Nation, stand up. Is your boy. More coming soon. Peace.